So the other day I was watching a video by a YouTuber named Lange, and as I'm watching it, I see one of my comments that I made on one of her videos pop up, and I was like, what the? It was such a weird feeling because like it just came out of the blue. So basically she was kind of highlighting a few comments from myself and other people who were criticizing her about exaggerating that women are objectively beautiful, or like saying that all women are attractive. Basically she's saying that she can't be convinced that women can be ugly and all this type of stuff, but then obviously she's got times where she kind of contradicts that by borderline calling people ugly or saying that they are ugly, or not actually saying it technically, but yeah, like kind of hinting at it, calling herself ugly and stuff like that. So basically acknowledging that there is good looking and there is not good looking. So I find that funny, but anyway, that's what I'm going to be reacting to today. I thought it would be a fun little watch. So yeah, let's do that, man. Let's get into it.
Because it means I have to take my clothes off and look at myself in the mirror. That's how fucking pathetic I am. I can't even take a fucking shower.
My entire life growing up, I was told I was ugly.
It's not that I think I'm ugly, it's I basically know I'm ugly.
I've always been the ugly one.
I am ugly. I've been insecure about my face for a really long time and trying to convince myself that I'm beautiful, that I'm pretty, that it's just a bad day, I don't look like this all the time. I've actually come to accept that I am ugly.
Hello, you lovely bunch. I wasn't planning.
Okay, before we even start, yeah, like those girls there, most of them were like decent looking, alright looking, like average. They weren't ugly, especially the last one. People are being a bit too harsh with themselves.
I was reading through the comments on my most recent video, and so many people seem to have missed the point of my video entirely. And so here I am, getting ready to rant. The aim of the video was to try and empower and uplift women to see the beauty in their unique features. Women like Heather, Nora, and Ellen. These women had all made TikTok videos admitting that they see themselves as ugly and how it negatively impacts their life. When I saw those videos on TikTok, it really bothered me as someone who grew up feeling like a thumb with hair. And so I made my video to kind of dispute the fact that these women are ugly, and to reassure them and any other women who may look like them or feel like them that they are not ugly. Unfortunately, the comments that I got under that video, and am continuing.
Let's read some of these here. Stephanie telling obviously unattractive women they're beautiful to keep the competition down. You're not fooling anyone, hon. Exactly. She's gassing them up. She's gassing them up for views and likes and that money. That's what she's doing. We're not stupid, Stephanie. We're not stupid. Virtue signaling, gaslighting, piece of rubbish. They are all ugly. Okay, maybe not all of them. I don't know who this commenter is like specifically talking about, but not all of them are ugly. But yes, there are technically what society considers ugly. It's just the reality of things, and we have to accept that. You are such a bully, Steph. It's getting really old. You're wearing a lot of makeup, Steph. Tone it down. Stop being a narcissistic hypocrite. And that one right there, the part about her wearing a lot of makeup, yeah. She wears tons and tons of makeup, like layers and layers. If she didn't think there was such thing as not attractive or good looking, or if everyone was just good looking and there was no such thing as like, yeah, ugly people or whatever, would she be wearing makeup herself? Clearly she's insecure about her looks to an extent where she feels the need to wear that much makeup. If she thought there was no such thing as ugliness or whatever, yeah, why is she wearing all that makeup? What's she trying to cover up? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because clearly she knows the difference between having makeup on and not having makeup, and the difference in her looks and attractiveness, whether it's to the public, the general public, or even to herself. There's a difference there, is what I'm trying to say. She knows herself. She knows that without the makeup, personally, she feels less attractive or uglier. And with the makeup, she feels prettier or better looking.
Video is slightly frustrating me. For example, this one. Stephanie. I hate when people call me my full name. I feel like I'm in trouble. Not everyone is beautiful. You calling these women all beautiful doesn't mean they are that. It is enough when people don't call them ugly. Not everyone is a beauty, and you know that. Then there's this one. There's no need to absolutely lie and say things like, this woman objectively has the perfect face. There's nothing wrong with her. Be serious, man. If that were true, majority of people wouldn't be calling her and the others ugly.
Yeah, so that's my comment right there. Okay, so let's read it, yeah, then I'll basically explain a little bit of how or why I even made a comment in the first place. I get the point of this channel is to make women feel comfortable in their natural skin and uplift and motivate people to appreciate and love how they naturally look. But there's no need to absolutely lie and say things like, this woman objectively has the perfect face. There's nothing wrong with her. Be serious, man. If that were true, the majority of people wouldn't be calling her and others ugly. Also, if natural beauty is the way to go, women would stop painting their faces so much. That's not natural. It's a contradiction. Just be honest. You can tell the truth and still motivate people without exaggerating comfortable lies that won't change anything or help them in the real world, where people aren't trying to get YouTube views and likes and subscribers by being overly nice and dishonest, and will simply tell the truth or how they truly feel. The truth and reality will hit them in the real world. I don't know why I put world. There was a few typos and stuff like that. I was just speed typing, but anyway, yeah, that's the comment. And basically, the part that she's highlighted herself, that's the reason why I even made a comment in the first place. The part where she says objectively perfect. What? Stephanie. Steph, do you know what objectively means? As in undeniable, like pretty much factual basically, is what you're trying to say. Like there's no denying that these women are good looking, or no one can say they're not good looking. It's an opinion based thing. Looks are opinion based. Someone might find me unattractive or ugly, and another person might find me attractive and not ugly. It's just the way the world is. You can't force someone to be like, oh yeah, this person is attractive just because you think so, even if you think so. And I don't think she thinks that. I think she's doing this to make women feel, you know, like, yeah, like she said, empowered or whatever. She said it herself. But you don't need to lie to them. You can make people feel empowered and be realistic with them so they can know what to work on and what to improve and stuff like that. That's a better way to go, in my opinion, if you ask me. Like, be honest so then people know what to expect in the real world. Because if you're telling them they're beautiful, yeah, and they go into the real world and everyone's telling them the opposite, it's like, hold on. Now they get confused. Now they start doubting themselves and start losing confidence. But if you tell them the reality in the first place, yeah, then they know where they stand. They won't have any shocks or high expectations or anything like that. It's just a good way to be. And she literally has videos, yeah. She contradicts herself. Stephanie, man, stop doing this. You literally have videos of you borderline calling people ugly for having plastic surgery, Botox that goes wrong, and all these type of, you know, cosmetic surgery things. You have videos basically saying how they've messed up their beauty and they should be natural beauties. They should embrace their natural look because all of that botched work, all of that surgery has made them ugly or uglier. You know, you're saying that they look better without it. You're not saying the actual words, yeah, they're ugly or whatever, but that's what you're implying. She has loads of these videos, so it's a bit of a contradiction. I don't know why she goes on like, yeah, everyone has to be perfect. Do you think if we sat down Steph on a lie detector, if Stephanie took a lie detector and we asked her, Stephanie, do you think every woman is objectively beautiful or attractive? As in, there's nothing wrong with them. Or as in, no one can deny that they're good looking. Everyone has to agree that they're good looking. Would she say that? No, she wouldn't. And if she did, the lie detector scale would go off the flipping scales. Because it's not true. It's funny as well. Again, I understand her channel's for women, right? But she never says this about men. Does she say this about men? Why doesn't she uplift and try to empower men? Because there are men who watch her channel. I do. Just for some basic entertainment. Do you know what I mean? Especially now that I do this YouTube thing. I'm trying to keep up with like different topics and react to different things. So yeah, there are men that watch her. Even if they're like gay men or whatever. Honestly, yeah, maybe more LGBTQ type men would watch her stuff. Fair enough, I understand that. Maybe I'm a weirdo for watching her. But do you know what I'm trying to say? She wouldn't be saying that about men. Do you think there hasn't been any men in her past trying to approach her and she's turned them down and said no because of the way they look, for not being attractive enough, for not being good looking enough, in her opinion? Of course she has. Of course she has. So it's just, again, it's just lies and exaggeration, and that's the whole point. That's what people are trying to say. Like, you don't have to take it that far. That's all we're saying.
If that were true, majority of people wouldn't be calling her and the others ugly. Not everyone is beautiful. Some people are objectively ugly. Not everyone is attractive. That's life. Telling someone they are pretty when they are not does not make them pretty. Quit lying to people to make yourself feel good. Stop trying to make everyone seem pretty.
Stop it. Get some help.
We are not all pretty.
Yeah, I hope that clip there with Michael Jordan was for you yourself, Stephanie, because yeah, stop it. Get some help here. If you're trying to say people are objectively perfect. Perfect. Objectively. Come on, man.
To tell people who've never been appreciated for their looks that they are beautiful. It's like dismissing someone's life experience and by a conventionally attractive person.
How dare you?
And so on and so on and so on. I'll be honest, reading comments like that really irks me. Not because they had the audacity to leave those comments, like I encourage everyone to say whatever you want in the comment section down below. It irks me because I just thoroughly disagree with them. The point that I thought I was explaining quite well in my video, but apparently not well enough, so let's try again, is that these women who make videos visibly crying crying and upset because they feel like they are ugly are not ugly, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I'm not trying to pacify them or placate them by telling them that they're pretty when they're not. The fact of the matter is, in my humble opinion anyway, the reason that anyone would look at a woman like this or this or this and think, let alone tell them to their face, that they are unattractive is because they are looking at these women through the lens of our current day beauty standards. And if you happen to look like any of these women,
tell them to their face. No one's really telling them to their face that they're ugly, are they? Yeah, you get online trolls. You're online. You know how this works. You're gonna have people trolling and saying mean things or being more honest than what they would be in person. But I doubt a lot of people are going up to them saying, "Oh, you're ugly. Look at you, man. You." Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think that's happened. They're recording themselves saying, "I'm ugly. I know I'm ugly." They're being realistic with themselves. If anything, if that's what they believe, then let them believe that. As long as it doesn't affect them, their life or their mental to like a real extent. Do you know what I mean?
look in the mirror and think that you are ugly, stop, you're not. Imagine you're looking at yourself through a camera. You're looking through the viewfinder. You're staring at yourself through that camera's lens. But that camera's lens has a filter over the top. A filter of our current day beauty standards. And now, because your face or your features don't fit that filter, your immediate reaction is that, well, you must be ugly. You are not ugly. Take the beauty standard filter off, look at yourself objectively from an outside point of view, from someone looking at you 200 years from now who doesn't have the beauty standard filter ingrained in their vision and their brain.
200 years? This is a bit random, but I don't think we have that long. I'm hoping we don't have that long. As a Christian, I want Christ, Jesus Christ, but real name Yahusha, to come back very soon, because this world is effed up, man. As you can see.
Not ugly at all.
Not being a conventionally attractive person does not mean you're ugly. I don't consider myself a conventionally attractive person, but do I feel like I'm ugly? Fuck no.
These women all have 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth. There's literally nothing wrong with them. The only thing wrong with them is that they don't adhere to our current standard of beauty. They're like these beautiful little rebels who are going through life with their individual quirks.
That's hot. That's hot.
And what's so interesting to me, and this might be interesting to you too, is that if we rewind like 200, 300 years ago, there were still beauty standards, but they weren't the same as the ones that our generation is held to. These women that think that they are butt ugly today would have fit the previous set of beauty standards perfectly. Their facial features aren't ugly, they're just not on trend at the moment. And that's the crux of it. I saw this comment on a thread on Reddit and I was like, yes, this person gets it. It always surprises me that people think a feature can only look beautiful on someone if adhering to the beauty standards. In my opinion, and this is what I was trying to convey with my original video, literally every human being on the planet has some aspect of their appearance that can be considered beautiful. Heather's eyes, Nora's beautiful smile, Ellen's glowing skin. To have the opinion that these women are ugly, full stop, is so damaging, not just to the women in question, but to any woman who might slightly resemble them or feel the same way.
I think it's damaging to be lying to them to this extent, Stephanie. That's what I think. Would you want to be lied to? Stephanie, I know I'm a small channel and you're probably not gonna see this or watch it, but if you do, Steph, would you want someone to lie to you, Steph? Be honest. You wouldn't want anyone lying to you. So why are you lying to these women? Why are you lying to your fan base or whatever, or the general public of women watching your content? Why are you doing that? For what reason? You're just one person lying to them. If they're really not that good looking, the majority of people are gonna let them know. And that's what's happening. That's why they've been told this, and that's why they're making these videos speaking about it. So you're not gonna make a huge change, unfortunately. You have a big channel, but it's not that big to like make a real world change or to change things that happen in the real world, unfortunately. I wish it was that way where, you know, everyone would, you know, call them beautiful or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Anyway, man.
Black and white. Beauty is and always has been subjective. Like art. Someone could look at the Mona Lisa and be like, that.
Hold on. So now she's saying beauty is. Yeah, like. You see how she contradicts herself? And I know, like, if you're watching this video now, you haven't seen the other video. But if you watch the previous video, the one that she made.
And it's so sad to me because this lady has, objectively speaking, like the perfect face. There's nothing wrong with it.
She literally says it. Again, that's why I commented. That's what made me comment, because I was ignoring it. I ignore it like I always do when I watch her videos, because she exaggerates a lot of the time. I ignore it, I don't say nothing. But then that time when she said objectively perfect, I was like, yeah, hold on, man. Hold on now. Okay, I got a comment because that's just annoying. I hate people just gassing people up to that extent when something's not true. But yeah, she said there that they're objectively perfect, right? But here she's saying subjective. Isn't that what she said? So which one is it? You see, this is what happens when people lie, yeah? They forget what they say. They forget the lies that they say, and like things don't match up. Contradictions happen. That's why you have to be honest all the time. As much as you can. Honesty is the best policy, as they say.
boring painting I've ever seen in my life. That is me. I am that person. I do not get the hype. And yet other people see so much beauty in this painting that if it were to be sold, it would literally cost you about $860 million to buy it.
Okay, yeah, I agree with her on that one. I don't get the hype of the Mona Lisa and fans of artwork that they pay like millions for and stuff like that. What's so special about it? Have you seen those paintings here where they're literally, it just looks like people just threw paint, like splattered paint all over the flipping canvas. It's like, what's so special about it? People will see that, yeah, and they're like, oh my god, such beautiful art. Like, nah, man. Like, what's going on? It's very strange. Like, oh my god, man, this art is so fantastic, and I get the expression and the emotions of this and blah blah blah. Like, shut the F up.
Hang that bloody painting in my house if I got it for free. I don't see the appeal. Also, fun fact, Lisa del Giocondo, who is the woman Leonardo da Vinci painted in the Mona Lisa back in the 1500s, by today's beauty standards, wouldn't be considered a great beauty, would she? If we're being honest. I mean, we'd need to plump up her lips for a start, upturn her eyes, thicken her brows, fill out her jaw.
Is the woman in the Mona Lisa meant to be known as attractive anyway? I don't think that's the hype of the Mona Lisa in the first place. It's mainly about the guy's painting skills and artwork or whatever, isn't it? I don't really know, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think it's got anything to do with her looks.
Her nose job, and thicken her hair before she would ever be considered anything but ugly in this day and age. But art is subjective, and beauty is like art, as a human can get, are still considered ugly to some people. And if this doesn't prove my point, nothing will. Like, this person thinks Rihanna isn't naturally pretty, and that if she wasn't famous, nobody would find her attractive or consider her a sex symbol. Another person says, I don't think she is at all pretty, or cute, or sexy, or in any way attractive. Everyone I talk to, however, seems to think she is breathtaking and cannot even comprehend how I can think she's straight up ugly. Because, my friend, beauty is in the eye of the...
I wouldn't say Rihanna's ugly, but yeah, I've always said that. I don't think she's all that. Rihanna's like a 5, maybe slightly above 5, like a 5.5, maybe the highest I'd say like a 6 in looks. Disclaimer, I'm very harsh and realistic when it comes to, like, I try to be honest and harsh about anything, which is why I'm into the red pill. Red pill just means telling the harsh reality and truth about things, and I don't know why people get triggered over the red pill or don't like the red pill, so what, you don't like truth. But anyway, let me not go off another rambling here. Yeah, like, I think she's a 5 because 5 is mid. That's like majority of people are mid, are average looking. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not ugly and you're not stunningly beautiful. You're in the middle. That's the average. There's nothing wrong with being average. But people get offended being called average or like decent looking. If you're decent looking, you can find a partner still, you know, very easily, especially for women. Even borderline ugly women can find partners very easily. They have life on easy mode. I speak about that all the time. It's factual as well. It's so easy for women to find a man. It's not so easy for a guy to find a woman. But yeah, that's another story. But yeah, so Rihanna, yeah, I agree with that. She's like a 5, 5.5, 6 at the highest, 6 at the highest. And again, nothing wrong with that, man. Let's just be real on it.
Rihanna isn't pretty. In fact, she's kinda ugly. She looks like a man, to be honest, even with all that makeup on. If she were a drag queen, then maybe I'd call her pretty. But at the moment, nah. This person thinks Angelina Jolie is ugly and describes her as looking like the creepy girl in school who eats her scabs. Another can't comprehend.
They're taking it a bit far, man. Angelina Jolie, like, Angelina Jolie, she's good looking, man. She's a good looking woman. Again, Rihanna's like average, like she's not ugly. And saying what she looks like a man or like a drag queen or whatever, someone said, like, what the hell? That's a hater, man. Nonsense.
Margot Robbie is so pretty when she herself thinks she's kind of ugly. This
Margot Robbie is overrated, in my opinion. She's like a, she's like a 5.5, just a little bit above average. Again, yeah, like kind of similar to Rihanna then, like maybe 6 the highest in my opinion. But a lot of people will rate her like 7, 8, very highly. She's very overrated in my opinion. I don't know, what do you think?
Bieber looks like Vladimir Putin, and another thinks that she...
Hailey Bieber, another one, yeah, around the same. Yeah, all these girls, all these celeb chicks, like, a lot of them are around the same, 6 maximum.
That they forget what she looks like unless they're looking at an image of her. Which brings me to a very interesting point. As I discussed at length in this video, I will link it down below in case you haven't seen it, being borderline ugly is actually the goal. Do you know why traditional supermodels became supermodels? I'm gonna get the iconic Elle Macpherson to explain. So, when a person's face is too pretty, too perfect, they become forgettable. Which seems kind of ironic, doesn't it? I mean, look at Madison Beer, for example. Technically speaking, this girl meets just about every beauty standard there is. She should be a...
Madison Beer, she's one of them. There's those girls, yeah, in my opinion anyway, that are like very, like they have like all the perfect features, technically perfect or whatever, in today's society. Majority of people, 99% of people most likely say, yeah, this person's good looking. I think she's one of them. She's got that, you know, yeah, like almost slightly Barbie-ish perfect look, but personally, I don't like that. I'm not lying. I don't like the overly pretty girls. Like, yeah, it feels plasticky and that Barbie vibe or look to women. I don't like that, man. I like unique type of looks. I like looks that can sometimes grow on me as well. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Some people have the look where initially you're like, nothing special, but then as time goes by, you're like, oh, you start appreciating how they look a bit more and more.
And that her pretty privilege is like off the Richter scale. But the opposite has happened. Madison is so pretty that people actually think she's boring. She's bland. There's nothing memorable about her. Nothing that makes her stand out. Looks just the same as every other influencer model out there. Believe it or not, having flaws, or as I like to call them, quirks, is actually a good thing. I feel like it's when a person looks kind of odd. Like you can't actually tell if you find them attractive or not, because maybe some of their features are objectively pretty, but then some of them aren't, that they seem borderline ugly. And that's what actually makes them so appealing and attractive. Like there's a reason why supermodels are kind of weird looking. Like Lily Cole. Does she fit our beauty standards? No. Her lips are too small, her face is too round, and her hair isn't blonde. But
yeah, Lily Cole is one of them, the ones I was talking about. Like she's got that strange look about her, but I find that more attractive than like, say, someone like Madison Beer.
Upon millions of dollars because she's interesting looking. And quite frankly, our beauty standards are not. Look at Iman. This woman is damn near perfect, one of the top supermodels ever to have existed, and yet even she wouldn't be considered beautiful if we're looking at her through the lens of today's beauty.
I'm mentioning a lot of racism stuff now in my videos, and I'm focusing a lot on those type of videos, or I'm going to, because I've been inspired by people like Antonio Talks, Young Done Reborn, Jew Almighty, who like kind of speak on the racism that's going on now. I think it's important. They said, yeah, it's important for creators to speak on it, black creators especially. Basically, fight fire with fire. I say that because I've noticed, yeah, a lot of black girls or whatever, yeah, they can be so stunningly like good looking or whatever, yeah. But then you'll have, you know, in those spaces where the Looksmaxxing kind of community, you have the racist people saying, oh, because the girl's black or whatever, yeah. Even though 99% of the people would say their features are like stunning, yeah, they have the aesthetic for, you know, society today, they'll still be like, oh, she's too dark to be a 10 or good looking. Literally, some of them claim that only white men and women can be perfect 10s. It's like, what? Really, bro? That's what I'm saying. That's why saying something is objective, yeah, when it comes to looks like Stephanie did, is ridiculous, because who are they to have that authority to determine or say who is a perfect 10 and who isn't, or who can be considered? It's an opinion. Like, shut the hell up, man. You can't tell anyone nothing. But yeah, I've seen that so many times in comments, and it's ridiculous.
Right bags, deep set eyelids, heck, even her lips would likely be considered too small by today's big-lipped beauty standard. And yet just look at this woman. Anyone with an ounce of common sense or eyeballs can see that she is very memorable and very striking to look at. And having an interesting face is not just reserved for the 90s era of supermodels. Even new emerging models on the scene now have to have something kind of weird about them. And I'm sorry to tell you, but if you have the typical pretty Instagram influencer face, you're not going to make it. If you want to make it as a top model, you have to be borderline ugly. Look at Liza Ostanina. Feast your eyes upon this splendor. She's got hooded eyes, her nose isn't straight, she has strong features. She doesn't fit the beauty standards at all. And yet she's not on TikTok crying because she thinks she's ugly, because this girl is being paid big money because she's fascinating to look at. Vogue describes Liza as having a kooky gorgeousness. I love that. This here is model Maya.
Yeah, I mean, just because she's getting paid to do something doesn't mean most people will find her attractive because she's a model getting paid to do it. I forgot there's like a specific word for that type of modeling. Is it high fashion? I don't know, man. I don't know about it. But yeah, they look for like weird looking people on purpose. It doesn't mean they're technically good looking or whatever. And that girl there, the one that was just shown, she's not ugly. Yeah, she's not ugly. She looks different. She's weird, strange looking, like interesting, eye-catching or whatever. But I wouldn't say she's like good looking, in my opinion, anyway. In my opinion. This next girl as well, same thing.
She look like your average Instagram model? Heck no. This girl is embracing her unique features and getting paid a lot of money by big brands to do so. Where Madison Beer is apparently so pretty that she's boring, wouldn't you rather have your own unique features and be kind of weird looking and be like these girls? This Vogue article actually sums up what I'm trying to say pretty bloody well. So if you think you're ugly, listen to this. More than ever, imperfections matter. With thousands of models flooding the market at any given moment, the girls who stand out have to be more than just pretty faces. Peculiar beauty resonates. Peculiar beauty, I like that. I like to think that I am borderline ugly, even though a bunch of people commented that I shouldn't even be making a video like I made because I'm conventionally pretty. I feel like I'm offended by that. And what would I know about feeling ugly? They must be new to my—
Steph, are you fishing for compliments here? I think she's fishing for compliments, but yeah, I was gonna mention it anyway. Stephanie isn't ugly. I don't think you're ugly, Steph. Yeah, like a 5.5, I'll say, around there. So around like, yeah, like maybe like the Rihannas and those other people that were mentioned. I'll say around there. Yeah, I don't want to be too, don't want to dive too much into it. But yeah, Stephanie, you're not ugly, man. You don't need all that makeup. Wipe all of that makeup off, Steph. You look fine without it, man. Okay? Now that's raw empowerment right there. That's how you do it.
Been here for a while would know that the whole reason I literally got into this as a career and became a makeup artist like 15 years ago is because I grew up but ugly. Growing up, I was the ugly girl. I was even ugly compared to the rest of my
Wait, hold on. Got him.
Got him!
We should not say those women are objectively perfect or whatever, yeah. Okay, maybe that's in her opinion or whatever. But then the way she goes on as if she can't be convinced that women can be ugly. But then here she is saying that she was but ugly. And she's not. Those other women are less attractive than her. And she knows it. That's the funny thing as well. Like with people like this, you know deep down, they know. Again, put her on a lie detector and ask her, do you think those girls you're talking about that are apparently objectively perfect, yeah, in your opinion, do you think they're better looking than you? Or do you think you're better looking than them? What do you think she'll say? Again, if she lied and said she thinks they're better looking than her, their skills on the lie detector thing would go crazy, would break, would go into flames. Because it's not true. So I do get her point. I get why she's doing it, but she needs to stop.
Nobody ever told me I was pretty. They didn't exactly tell me I was ugly either. I mean, the kids at school told me I was ugly all the time. I don't know if I would quite call it being bullied, but I was certainly picked on. I was told that my nose was too big and too flat, and like I still feel like that to this day. I don't know if it's actually my nose.
Yeah, average looking, decent, nothing wrong with her. I think she looks a bit better now, or maybe it's just that picture, or maybe it's all those layers of makeup. I don't know, but yeah, she looks a bit better now.
Have that self-perception. I got called mop head because I was so scrawny, but I had way too much hair, and looking back at pictures I'm like, I can kind of like see where they were coming from. I had rosacea way before anyone should have rosacea. I feel like rosacea is like something you get in your late 30s or later. I had it at 13. I was on Accutane twice because my skin got so bad. I had braces like 3 times and then a retainer and then a top and bottom plate. I remember one girl in my year like came up to me, we weren't friends, and she looked at me, she's like, I wouldn't even come to school if I looked like you. Loud enough for everybody else to hear, and I was mortified. I think that's the whole reason I got into makeup, because it gave me some control over my appearance. I was like, okay, I can use this, and I'm artistic and creative anyway, so it kind of like, it worked to highlight the aspects of my appearance that I like and disguise the ones that I don't like my nose. Like I used to contour my nose in high school back in 2006 before nose contour was even a thing. I just figured it out myself. Then towards the end of high school and when I left high school, I realized that my features had kind of grown into themselves a bit more, and suddenly I wasn't the ugly girl anymore, and I was smacked in the face by the realization that the way people treated me when I had pretty privilege versus the way people treated me when they perceived me as being ugly was wildly different. Pretty privilege is real, and it's not going anywhere, and I think we are doing women a disservice to tell them that they're ugly when they're not. I don't actually think that you need to fit the beauty standards in order to be pretty, and I'm kind of insulted when people tell me that I fit the beauty standards because I don't think I do. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my nose, especially when I smile, points down. Like it literally droops down, and I have like a really wide bridge. Actually, you probably can't tell because I contoured my nose. Old habits die hard. I don't actually like my nose, and if I could have chosen to be born with a different nose, like if I could have my mother's nose or my sister's nose, I would happily swap mine.
That's the same nose. You have your mother's nose. What the hell? She's going on like her mum's got a small, thin, petite nose or whatever she's looking for. She hasn't. It's the same width and length, it looks like. Alright. Am I blind or what? Like, do you agree?
I have the contacts. I have the resources. I can afford it. I choose not to do it. Do I feel like I'd probably be prettier with a smaller nose? Probably. I've been told that my nose is very masculine, but then I also feel like I wouldn't look like me. And I feel like I'd be kind of boring then. I genuinely believe, and feel free to disbelieve me if you want to, I feel like it's these little quirks, like these little flaws in our appearance, like the ugly bits, that actually make us interesting. Like my nostrils are so thick that when I got my nose pierced when I was 21, the piercer couldn't believe how long it took him to get the needle through my nostril because they're so thick. I come from German stock. My great-grandfather had the same nose as me, and I happen to think that Cecil Lange was a very interesting looking man. And I kind of like that I'm a little genetic throwback to him. So while sometimes I'm very tempted to get the same pixie Barbie nose as every other influencer out there, the rational side of my brain is like, cop yourself on, Stephanie. Can you breathe? Yes. Have you been hit in the face more times than you can count with balls? Yes. Has your nose withstood all of that? Also yes. Okay, well then it's a good quality nose. What are you complaining about? It's functional. I'll keep it. I know that feeling like you're so ugly can literally ruin your life. It's not a vanity thing. It feels like everybody is judging you and nobody likes you, and you kind of feel like a mutant because of the way that you appear to others physically. Of course that's going to affect your quality of life. You would be daft to think that it wouldn't. Like, of course we're not all going to fit the beauty standards, because the beauty standards were created so that conglomerates and the aesthetic industry could make money. It's like a marketing ploy. And we're just all holding ourselves to that marketing ploy. And it has us scrutinizing ourselves and judging ourselves for not fitting standards that were created so that we couldn't fit them. On the contrary, I would argue that if we really stop and actually think about it, not fitting the beauty standards is a damn good thing. Like, why would you want to be conventionally pretty when you could be conventionally quirky?
There is no such thing as an ugly girl. They do. Listen to me. Ugly.
That's that feminism nonsense that's going on here. Even what Steph is doing. What do you mean there's no such thing as ugly women? Is there such thing as ugly men though? Bet she'll say yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just that whole man hating and lift up women, hate men, put down men, tell them they're trash. But women are perfect angels and there's nothing wrong with them ever. Believe all women and all that.
Yes. And maybe I'm wrong for that. And maybe when you gonna say ugly men? Yeah. Women never seen an ugly.
I hate that these black women don't wear their natural hair, man. The hair situation with black women, that's correct, man. Like, wear your natural hair, man. It looks good, you know, it's unique, it's different. We're the only ones who have that type of hair texture as black people. Why do you want to be like everyone else?
Genuinely, I have never seen a woman that I'm like, barf. Never!
Put her on the lie detector test as well, man. The polygraph, whatever they call it. Put her on that as well. That shit will blow up just the same as it would with Steph if you asked her what you've never seen a woman you think is ugly. Why do they lie so much? Like, what is the goal here? Is the lying going to change reality? What's going on? I don't understand.
Oh, because I've said this before. My friends are like, oh, well, you just think that because you look like X, Y, and Z. Baby, I did not always look like X, Y, and Z. I didn't.
She's a bit gassed, man. You're not all that good looking. Yeah, you're okay. Calm down, man.
I think that there's a single, and maybe men too, I don't know. I don't be over there in that area. So I can only speak on women. I have never seen a woman that I'm like, and...
What do you mean you can only speak on women and you don't be in that? What do you mean? Do you not see men? Or you're not attracted to men? Maybe she's not. Maybe she's lesbian. I don't know. But let's assume she's a straight woman who likes men. She dates men and dates the ones she finds good looking. And she doesn't date the ones she finds not good looking. So what do you mean she can't speak on it?
Maybe you just need a little bit of upkeep. And I personally think that upkeep comes with self-confidence. I think that when you decide that you are the baddest, then like whatever upkeep you like just comes naturally to you. I'm not saying that certain upkeep will make you look better. I'm just saying upkeeping yourself at whatever level that you upkeep yourself when you feel like you're worth being kept will make you bad every time. I've never seen it. I still have yet to see it. I think this is a skill issue. And the skill is not being more attractive. The skill is thinking that you are that girl. Don't shoot, I'm just saying.
Also guys, don't forget to download Hate.
Yeah, so just believe you are something and then you automatically become that thing. Is that reality? That whole manifestation nonsense. So speak things into existence. The people don't realize they're not literally God. You can't just speak things into existence. Reality is reality. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Box down below, the pinned comment, and this QR code right here.
Alright, yeah man, so that's the video. Yeah man, I thought it was, you know, when I first saw my comment pop up and I was like, yeah, I have to make a video on it now that I'm trying to make YouTube videos. This is a good one to talk on and make because yeah, why not? People like controversy and drama and all that stuff, even though this isn't nothing huge or whatever, just I was one of like many comments, whatever, but yeah, I just thought it would be a fun little video to make. And again, I don't dislike Stephanie or her content or anything like that. I just think she exaggerates and I know the reason why she's doing it, but I think she should stop doing it and be honest with her fan base. That's all we're asking. Do you know what I mean? If you don't say ridiculous things, people won't have anything bad to say. But yeah, overall, I enjoy her content. Maybe you should check out her channel. She's got some interesting videos about society, beauty standards, and all of those type of things. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. I don't know what's going on here, but YouTube is not pushing videos out. Like, they're not giving impressions. If they don't give impressions, then people don't get views. And that's what's happening. I can see it on the back end. If anyone who does YouTube, they can see it. 0 impressions, do you know what I mean? If you don't put it out there for people to have the potential to click, do you know what I mean? If they don't know it exists, you can't get the views. Basically, what I'm trying to say is like, if you watch the videos, just click like. That's what I do. Every video, I watch it. Even Stephanie's videos or whatever. As soon as I open the tab to start watching it, I just click like straight away. It's free. I don't know why people just don't support. Just support whoever you like. If you like the video you're watching, do you know what I mean? If you like the person you're watching and their content, their videos, subscribe, like support, leave a comment, engage. That's how it pushes the algorithm. Like, I don't know why people are so stingy with likes and subscribers and stuff like that. It's like people only want to wait here until someone's like huge or big, yeah, to then start, you know, that sheep mentality, jumping in and joining in. Do you know what I mean? How does someone get popular and big in the first place? Everyone started somewhere, right? If you look at Mr. Beast and his old videos, they were terrible, and he said it himself. They weren't like great videos. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't getting a huge amount of views, but yeah, after a while, more and more people started, you know, engaging, and the bigger and bigger you grew. And then from there, he was able to improve and then become the biggest YouTuber. Yeah, anyway, I appreciate, even if I'm getting like 1 view, whatever, like, I appreciate it, man. I do this because it's a fun little hobby and I like to yap and chat, yeah, as always. So I'm gonna keep doing it regardless if no one really watches it. Even if one person watches it, that's cool, man. For anyone doing YouTube, don't be discouraged by like low views and whatever, like ignore it, it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. You have your real life outside of YouTube. So yeah, man, if you enjoy it, do it. If not, don't do it. YouTubers aren't changing the world, you know, like there's no real impact on the world, it's just entertainment. So yeah, anyway, so like, subscribe, and yeah, catch you in the next video.